afternoon on this first alert weather day. I'm keeping a close eye on the northern valley where I'm expecting to see some of those winds picking up first and some more of the impacts from this latest clipper to be more on the stronger side here rather. As we take a look around the valley, northern valley, Baudette looking fairly quiet at the moment. The road surface looking pretty good. Some lingering snow on I-29 around the Pembina area. And then looking down in the bottom two DOT cams here, I'm going to step over to the weather wall so we can take a closer look. We've got just some light drifting happening, very light. Looks like we just got an update in the Goodridge area and it looks less than it was. That's good. But a little light drifting there. You can see some drifting near the Camp Grafton area around the Devil's Lake area as well. So there are some places where we're starting to see just some very light ground drifting happening at this point in time. There are also some clouds starting to move in. This is our visible satellite map. We've got a lot of snowpack still out there where you don't see any movement in the white. That's the satellite seeing the snowpack on the surface. Where there is movement, we are looking at clouds moving in. And you can see that in the Devil's Lake area, a couple of clouds down to the south as well. And this will just continue to be on the increase as we go along today. So will the wind. Here is that view in the northern valley again. That's where we've got the winds gusting into the 20s and steady speeds in the 20s for that matter too. Wind out of the south, so it's helping to pump in some warmer air. Southern valley getting into the teens, and it's stronger to the west from there. So eventually that all spreads into the valley and we see more and more of that blowing snow as we continue on into the afternoon. Temperatures have been climbing. We're up to 20 degrees now in Jamestown. It's 11 in Fargo, 10 in Grand Forks, and even 9 in Hallock, where we got down well into the teens below zero earlier this morning. So seeing that temperature recovery, but again, the wind is a factor. So our wind chills are into the teens below zero and single digits below zero right now. So it feels a lot colder than it actually happens to be. Now, let's take a look at our hour-by-hour planner. As we make our way further into the day, we're going to see those winds increase into the 20s to 30-mile-per-hour gusts. Again, enough to do some light drifting. And once we start getting into the 30s and even up to 40 miles per hour, that's going to start causing more problems, specifically in the northern valley where we have a little more of that fresh snow to work with, and in the southern valley too. Notice our temperatures, teens to some 20s for highs this afternoon, but wind chills. I'm keeping these peak numbers on here to show you that the wind chills are still going to be close to zero. So cold even as those temperatures climb. Here comes the cold front now. You could see that with the change in wind direction. First wind out of the south, and then there's wind coming in out of the northwest behind it, and also the precipitation along it. We're looking at some scattered areas of snow squalls that could really bring down your visibility very quickly as you're traveling here for tonight. So it starts up around dinner time and drive time in the Devil's Lake Basin, continuing making its way eastward and even pressing into the southern valley too. We could see some of this. This is 8 o'clock tonight. You could see a larger area of snow, more likely northwest Minnesota, and that's where I'm expecting the higher amounts of precipitation or snow. It's going to move through pretty quickly, so there won't be a big chance of accumulating a lot, but it's the impacts on travel driving through this with that reduction in visibility that's going to be the problem for tonight. So this is 10 o'clock, starting to see that snow move more into our eastern counties and then eventually clearing out. There could be some wraparound snow pushing in again into the northern valley for the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. And here are those winds again. They're going to once again be gusting into the 30s to even some 40s possible in the wake of this. Northern Valley especially seeing some of those stronger winds and the potential for some whiteout conditions for that morning commute. So we're going to have to watch out, and I'll be right here letting you know what to expect as you are getting ready to head out the door. And keep in mind, it's going to be cold. We're looking at temperatures starting to drop below zero, but even our wind chills will be in that 20 to 30 below range. So snowfall potential, not a lot, less than an inch for a lot of folks, but that snow will get whipped around and will have some impacts on your travel here over the next 24 hours or so. Friday's going to be frigid. Saturday morning is going to be very tough. We even have another system Saturday night that you're going to want to check back with us on. And then next week, that's the good part. We're looking at some above freezing days coming up as soon as Tuesday.
I mean, 40 degrees. I haven't seen that in a long time.
I know. That'll be nice to get finally a little sign of spring.
Yes. Thank you, Lisa.